I saw you when you were unguarded, when you were impulsive, when you were conflicted, and even when I said nothing, you know I could feel the shift. That kind of awareness is not romantic. It's intimate. You could be casual everywhere else. You could float, perform, distract, move forward without thinking back or looking back. But with me, neutrality never stayed neutral for long. I wasn't trying to hold you accountable. I wasn't trying to make you choose. I wasn't trying to keep you. I was just honest in my presence. And honesty has a way of asking questions no one says out loud. So you softened the connection. You renamed it. You distanced yourself while keeping access close enough to feel safe. Not because I was wrong, but because mirrors don't let you disappear inside the story you tell yourself. And maybe you needed space, not from me, but from the version of yourself you were with. I don't blame you for that. I just won't carry it anymore. I release the role of reflection. I release the need to be understood. I release the weight of meaning that was never meant to be one-sided. What we had was real. And it ended not in betrayal, but in fear of seeing too clearly. I don't need you to come back and face it. I already have. And now, I choose to live unmirrored, steady, whole, and at peace. What was real can rest now. What do y'all think about that one? What do y'all think about that one? What y'all think? I feel like that was nice. What do y'all think? So, the next one that we will be reading is, I have a special treat for y'all at the end. This one is called Dear the One This May Never Reach. Alright. Dear the girl this may never reach, you remind me of the sun when it sets in the west, in the sea of Hawaii, orange skies, yellow clouds, a purplish atmosphere. Your smile is like the sparkles on the ocean, simmering, reflecting the sun's light. The humid tropical forests of the island, wrapped in quiet secrets. You feel like a memory. When fourth grade me was eager for summer to come, I can wait to see it again. Blowing bubbles in August heat, vacationing, assembled but unfinished, like a room with furniture pushed against the walls and no one brave enough to decide where things belong. The pieces are good. The space has potential, but nothing settles. I walk through it carefully, afraid to rearrange what might not be mine to move, even though standing still is starting to feel like its own kind of ache. I notice how often I measure myself now. Not against other people, but against silence, timing, distance. I count pauses. I reread moments. I weigh words after they're spoken, wondering if they landed or disappeared on impact. It's exhausting to constantly audit your own presence, to wonder if you are too much or somehow still not enough. There's a tenderness in what I carry that I don't show easily. It's not fragile, just exposed, like leaving something valuable out in the open and trusting it won't be taken. That trust feels brave some days and foolish on others, but I keep choosing it because closing myself off would feel worse. What sits with me most is the imbalance between depth and security. There's richness here, real richness, but it doesn't translate into rest. It's like holding currency that can't be spent on peace. I can admire its value all day, but when night comes, I'm still awake, still bracing, still waiting for something solid to lean against. I find myself editing my instincts, pausing before reaching, softening reactions, turning clarity into caution, not because I don't know what I feel, but because I'm trying not to disrupt something that already feels precarious over time. That kind of restraint starts to feel like patience. It starts to feel less like patience and more like disappearance. There's frustration woven into this care, not because it lacks sincerity, but because it asks for endurance instead of relief. I didn't expect to become so skilled at holding things in, at sitting with unresolved emotion and calling it strength. Some days I wonder how long that's sustainable. Still, there's something undeniable about the pull of it all. Not dramatic, not desperate, just persistent. Like gravity doing what gravity does, whether you argue with it or not. I don't chase this feeling, but I don't escape it either. It stays steady and insistent, asking to be acknowledged. I want to feel chosen without having to make myself smaller, to feel wanted without having to wait quietly for permission. That desire isn't about control or urgency, it's about grounding and about knowing where I stand so I can finally stop balancing on my toes. There's a sweetness here too, and I don't ignore that. It shows up in how easily thoughts return, how naturally care exists without effort. That sweetness is the reason this matters at all. Without it, the frustration wouldn't hurt. It would just fade. The fact that it doesn't says everything. instead of letting go. I just need to stop feeling like I'm not the only one studying the ground. What did y'all think about that one? I really like that one. It feels almost like a read into how dynamics play and the way that someone could feel like even in a dynamic or romantic dynamic, you still feel unsure if you should go all in, but also unsure if you should take the final leap in being fully vulnerable with the person, but also not being your full self. Like, you want the love, you want the affection, but at the same time you feel lost in your connection because you want this person to make you feel comfortable too. And wow, I just love this so much. I love every single unsent letter I read, even though the ones I don't read, I find them all so beautiful. And I might read a short one. I think I got a little time, maybe. I'm gonna read a short one for y'all. If I can find the one that I read earlier. Okay, so this is a bonus one if y'all are still here. Sorry Not Sorry is the one. It's the one it's called, and I never intended to stir mixed feelings. I was only trying to be polite and respectful. You're human, and you deserve to be treated with care and consideration. I'm in no position to judge or define what should or shouldn't be standard for anyone. Everyone and everything carries its own significance. I won't change my behavior if it comes from a place of integrity. Everyone deserves the chance to shine. Those who wander into darkness will eventually have to reflect and decide for themselves where their moral compass rests. Human curiosity was never meant to be capped by a number or confined to a rigid maximum. You may have felt like you were exploring the furthest edges of existence, but if it cost you peace or purpose, it may not have been depth, only distraction from your finite time. If what you're feeling is attachment, maybe it's because you've gone without something steady for too long. I'm not here to judge or disappear. I want to be your friend. I want to hear your story, the hows, the whys, the turning points. Let your mind unfold what it has lived through. You're worthy of being heard. Thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it. I'm also super close to 200 subscribers, believe it or not. I feel like it's been so long, but like so far. But I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching my video and also subscribing. I know I don't do a lot of celebrations. I've been super busy.